Ever since I heard the Empire made their last stand at the Battle of Jakku, I've wondered why. Why this backwater desert planet? Well, the new book Empire's End has thankfully provided us with a satisfying answer and tells us what was really happening at the Battle of Jakku. This video will contain spoilers for the book Empire's End, so if you want to read it first, go grab it for free on Audible, blow through it at double speed, and then come back here. Jakku was part of a contingency plan in the event of the Emperor's death. Palpatine explains himself using chess as an analogy. Actually, the game is called Shah Tez, but it's chess, so I'm just going to talk about it in terms of chess for simplicity's sake. Palpatine explains that if the king is taken in chess, the game is lost, no matter what other pieces remain on the board. If the king is taken, the pieces that remain have failed and are not worthy of survival. Basically, he's saying that if he dies, the rest of the Empire should die with him. The other man in that conversation was Gallius Rax, who was taken under Palpatine's wing as a child. He was told that it was his destiny to tear down the Empire should his master ever perish. You might remember in the Shattered Empire comics, red-robed Sentinel droids delivered messages from Palpatine to carry out Operation Cinder. These attacks across the galaxy were also part of the contingency. After the Battle of Endor, Rax was visited by a Sentinel droid, alerting him that his destiny had come. Jakku's part to play was to wipe out the Empire and its enemies simultaneously, breaking the metaphorical chessboard. Its secondary purpose was to chart a safe route into the unknown regions to find a new galaxy where Gallius Rax could lead the worthy few survivors in a new empire. These goals were overseen at what was known as the Observatory. Prior to the battle itself, Rax took control of what was left of the Empire and stationed them on Jakku. He claimed the harsh planet would strengthen them all for what was to come. In reality, it was meant to purposefully demoralize them and test the limits of their sanity. He wanted his soldiers to crack under the intense pressure. They were there for months before being accidentally discovered by the New Republic, and they wound up being there even longer than he anticipated when the new government took their time approving the final attack. The Ravager was the final Super Star Destroyer in the galaxy, and it was the central piece of the Empire's strategy. It sat in low orbit above Jakku, surrounded by standard Star Destroyers. When the New Republic arrived, the Star Destroyers protected the Ravager from fire. They would part and allow the Ravager to unleash its weapon cycle and would then retake their positions. The strategy was very effective. Admiral Akbar was able to tighten the radius of the Imperial line, but they were not able to break through to the Ravager. However, the Empire was desperate, mentally broken, and physically exhausted. Captain Groff of the Star Destroyer Punishment panicked and smashed his ship into a New Republic capital ship, creating a hole in the Imperial defense. A New Republic Starhawk called the Concorde, captained by Krista Agate, used the opportunity to attack the Ravager head-on. The Concorde was no match for the Ravager, was easily disabled, and left to plummet towards Jakku, which was Agate's plan from the start. She used her ship's state-of-the-art tractor beam to latch onto the Ravager and pull it with her. She ordered the New Republic fighters to focus their fire on the Super Star Destroyer's now exposed engines, and when they were disabled, both ships crashed down to Jakku, turning the tide of the battle. The remaining Star Destroyers were left to retreat, surrender, or fight on, and some captains even drove their own ships into Jakku. While the fight raged on in space, the New Republic used the few U-wings left in their fleet to deliver troops to the ground. Their goal was to take a rumored Imperial weapons facility, which was, in fact, the Observatory. They were supported by Wedge Antilles and the rest of Phantom Squadron. Like the New Republic Navy above, they had a difficult time pushing forward. Rax's plan was to delay them anyway, because the Observatory had yet another purpose. A hole had been drilled down into the planet's core. Energy from ancient and powerful Sith artifacts was poured into the core until the planet began to destabilize and break apart. Theoretically, this would kill everyone on the ground and in the sky. But Rax's plan was stopped by former Grand Admiral Rey Sloane, who sought revenge on him after he removed her from power. She killed Gallius Rax and stopped the planet's explosion. With his dying words, Rax urged Sloane to venture into unknown space, so she took a ship and escaped with Brindle and Armitage Hux. A treaty called the Galactic Concordance was signed by Mas Amedda of the Empire and Mon Mothma of the New Republic. Even so, fighting on Jakku continued for months with stubborn captains and ground forces that refused to give in. After Jakku, small Imperial holdouts remained throughout the galaxy, but the Empire was effectively dead. In the unknown regions, Rey Sloane followed the coordinates from the observatory. What she found was another super star destroyer, the Eclipse, the former flagship of Emperor Palpatine himself. Along with Hux and his son, she planned to board the ship and start the Empire anew. Now you know what really happened at the Battle of Jakku. Hopefully that answers all your questions, but if you want to get the full account, I highly recommend you check out Empire's End. If you're interested in picking it up, you can check it out on Audible. The audiobook is out now, and you can get it for free by clicking on the link in the description, or by going to www.audibletrial.com/Star Wars Explained. If you sign up for a trial, you'll get a free credit for one free book, and you can use it on Aftermath Empire's End, or a number of other Star Wars books, or get any book you want. The point is, you get a free book, and you'll be supporting the channel when you do. That's it for today. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to the channel to see new Star Wars videos every single day, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and consider checking out my Patreon page. As always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.